Hey there, so this is part 2 of our little series that we're doing. We're heading up to North Carolina to speak on injury prevention at a convention or summit up there. And so we already made one video. You can find that in our resources of some stretches that are great for people who do lower extremity exercises like hiking, walking, running, cross country, those kinds of things. These are the strengthening exercises that would go along with those and complement to help you with some injury prevention. So our first exercise is called a half roll-up, right? And in this half roll-up, you're going to be lying on the ground. Your arms will go up and overhead. So the arms lead the way. They'll start coming forward. We're tucking the chin, and we're bringing a knee in towards the nose, pausing, and then coming back down again. You would switch sides. Just like that. So I like to do 20 of these as just like a common number that I would use. And then our second exercise is going to be a side plank. So I'm going to show you a couple options on the side plank. Most people kind of butcher this move, and it's a really good one. So first things first, we want to have a straight line from knee to shoulder, okay? Now, if you have the flexibility to do it, you're going to want to do what we call packing the shoulder. And to do that, you're going to externally rotate the hand and then point out here. You'll feel how that pulls the shoulder blade into place. It activates that serratus anterior and the lat and all those protectors around the shoulder. So if you have the mobility to do that, let's do that. Otherwise, you can just keep it right here at the 90-degree angle. Okay, so we're going to push up from the obliques here. That bottom glute is activated. Okay, and you really want to think about rounding up, getting a lot of contraction here. So not sinking the hips down like this, but lifting, lifting, lifting. Okay, if you feel like you have to put this hand here, I would encourage you to maybe put something in front of you so that you can open the chest back up and then maybe place the hand here for a little bit of support. Now, if you wanted to make this move harder, you could extend the top leg and push through the heel of that leg as you lift up and really activate this side. You're going to feel a lot of contraction in the glute. One thing on this foot, you don't want to have it pointing towards the ceiling. You want to make sure it is parallel to the floor. All right, so that's our side plank. You could work on holding that for about 30 seconds and then switching to the other side. You're probably going to want to go through this whole series a couple of times, so if you just did 30 seconds on one side and then 30 seconds on the other side each time you went through it, then that would work great. Okay, our next exercise is our swimmer. So in the swimmer, we're going to show you two versions here. So in the swimmer, we want to make sure that the chin is tucked and we're looking at a spot right in front of us. Most people lift their head here. That's really just not great for the cervical spine. So we're going to tuck the chin and reach the arms long. Your legs are long as well, and we're trying not to really clench the glutes, all right? We want relaxed glutes here, okay? So keeping the glutes just as relaxed as you can, not clenching them. We're going to float the feet, float the hands, and then moving in opposites, okay? So that's what a swimmer looks like. You could do that for another 30 seconds. Or if you don't like that option, you could do a swimmer pull. That leaves the feet on the ground. The hands are extended. The neck is neutral. You just lift the hands, pull straight back, touch the shoulders with the thumbs, and then extend back out. So that would be 1 and 2, like that. It's a great exercise for strengthening the upper back. Really helps with good posture. So you see a lot of runners and hikers and walkers, they start to get really rounded and they can't get good air that way. So you want really strong, tall posture. All right, our fourth exercise is a glute bridge. So in the glute bridge, you start back down on your back. All right, your heels are pulled in towards your butt. We're going to just tip that pelvis. So lifting up one vertebrae at a time, rolling up to the top. The glutes are really active in this, all right? And then, to make this a little more challenging, we can lift one leg up and push through the heel. Now, you could either work to hold this for 30 seconds, or you can work on going down and up, pushing through the heel and really trying to extend the leg, making this bottom leg that's on the ground do a lot of work there. So lots of work in the glute, lots of work in the hamstring. 10 to 15 per side is a great number to work for. And then our last exercise is our single leg squat. So this is one of my very favorite exercises. It's also very challenging, so I'm going to show you some modifications for this. So a proper single leg squat, I'm going to show you at an angle here. So you would be standing, you're going to start with this leg lifted, and as you bend, the leg moves back. You bend at the hip. So our first movement comes from the hip, then the knee bends, and you're reaching for that space right in front of the big toe. And then you come back up again. So kind of thinking about like a running position type thing. Now, oftentimes we see that when people go to do this move, the knee moves like this. And you can see in the video that that's not a beneficial position for the knee. So you really want to focus on pushing that knee outside of the big toe, flipping this hip over and sinking in. Now, if you don't have the balance for that, you can either hold on to something or you could lightly touch this back toe and work there. So that back toe just provides you a little bit of extra stability to get down and up. And that's a single leg squat. Really great to work towards 10 to 15 of those. And then when you get good at it, you could add a weight in your opposite hand. So the hand that's reaching would have the weight and you could build some extra strength that way. Thanks for checking out our video, and we'll see you around.